Lazy Dude 99. I am a Batman fan, and I'm a Canadian man. I do top 10 lists, tonight ketchup chips.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another Lazy Dude 99 video. Today we are looking at Green Lantern Emerald Warriors. This is a story about Guy Gardner. Now, if you looked at my top 10 Green Lantern list, you know that I love Guy Gardner. His bad attitude makes him such a likable character, and he's always standing out above all the other Lanterns. And so it was very interesting, though, that I hadn't really read Guy Gardner unless he was in a team scenario. You know, whether he was with Kyle Rayner or whether he was with Hal Jordan. And I never read him where he was really the main character in the book. It was usually he was the secondary main character, and the focus was on another character more than him. But here, he takes center stage in Green Lantern's Emerald Warriors. Now, this was written by Peter J. Tomasi, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and drawn by Fernando Passarin. Now, the story goes like this. There is, even though there is all the sectors that everyone has charted, there are some unknown sectors. And Guy Gardner suspects, for reasons that I don't want to give away, that there are enemies of the Green Lanterns amassing in the unknown sectors. So he decides that he asks the Guardian if he can go and search through some of the unknown sectors to see what's going on, and if he can stop this threat before it attacks and bites the Green Lanterns in the butt. So Arisia and Kilowog come with him on their journey. They are also accompanied by Bleez, who is, of course, one of the Red Lanterns. And she accompanies them, and so she teams up with them, but also Guy Gardner, who was influenced by a Red Lantern ring in the Blackest Night series. So now, sometimes he's having uncontrollable rage spasms, where the Red Lantern power would just come out of him, even though he's not wearing a ring. So we have to watch Guy as he goes with his friends and enemy and tries to control his emotions while on this journey. So the one thing that I really like about this is how likable Guy Gardner is made. Because he's not making, like, the right decision. Like, not that he's making the wrong decision, but we can automatically tell that he's making difficult decisions. And, you know, we can see that, you know, maybe we would have done the same thing. And we can also tell that he's really struggling with the decisions he's making, and he doesn't really know exactly what to do. And then Bleez is there, who's a temptation of the evilness. And then you got Kilowog and Arisia, who are trying to make sure that you keep him at bay. But there's so much other stuff happening in this. First of all, our villain is basically this guy who's taking these telepaths and putting this sort of mind pool and using them to harness immense mind control abilities. He's even controlled a lot of Green Lanterns. But also what's going on, in the Green Lantern Brightest Day books, Sodom Yat was released from the sun of Daxam that he was put in. And so we have Sodom Yat doing stuff in here too. And Arisia is going with Guy because she wants to try to find it. The things that I kind of like is just, I love Guy Gardner. He's just such a fun guy to watch. And he's just such an enjoyment to read. Because, like, my favorite part of this book is they're trying to find out what's going on with these, what's going on in the unknown sectors. So they find these guys that are having this labor camp, right, where they're forcing people to work, slaves, right? And if they ask for any rest or whatever, they just shoot them. And so Guy and Kilowog and Blizz and Arisia come and stop them. So Guy grabs the leader, and he basically says that, he takes the guy and he says, okay, this is what we call breathable air. Either you talk, or I'm going to move your head up 2 feet and you're going to be in unbreathable airspace. And the guy's saying, like, I'm not saying a darn thing. And he says, unbreathable it is. Okay, now let's recap. Unbreathable, breathable. I don't know, I just love that scene. It's just to show his cockiness and his pure awesomeness of his character. It's also written well where we really don't know where he's going. We don't really know exactly what Guy is up to. And we really are wondering what he's going to do. And it's also good because it helps you to get into the heads of the other Lanterns too. You get to know more about Arisia, who really, you can tell she loves, or at the very least really likes, Sodam Yat. And she feels responsible that he was trapped in the sun of Daxam. So she's on a personal journey herself to try to regain. So she's on a personal journey herself to try to free Yat from the sun. And then there's Kilowog, who has, in the Blackest Night, given up the duty of training the Lanterns. And so he's feeling really guilty about what all those other Lanterns, rookie Green Lanterns that died in the Blackest Night, and throughout the entire Sinestro Corps War and everything. He's feeling really guilty about all these rookies that has died that he has trained, and he doesn't want to feel responsible for that anymore. And then, of course, we have Blizz, the Red Lantern. She actually becomes, most of the other Red Lanterns are all and that's all they do. But Blizz, when she comes in contact with a Blue Lantern, he does something to give her the ability to articulate her words. And she actually becomes interesting of a character, and you're like, man, she's kind of cool. And it's just a fun book to read, because you get all these different characters. You put them on this mission in outer space, and you get a lot of characters. Like, the beginning scene sucks you right in. It's just Guy taking down some smugglers, and he busts in and he says, "You have the right to scream as loud as you want while I kick your beep." Yeah, that's awesome. And the artwork in here is spectacular. I love it. It's the greens pop out so well, and the reds are really dirty, and the villain looks menacing with this big flaming sword. All these characters feel you feel all these characters because they're drawn so well. You get to feel them, and you also get to feel what Guy Gardner's going through. As I said, he has to make some tough decisions that you might not agree with, but you get why he makes them because of the different things he's going through with the Red Lantern infection that he has and the stuff that he's gone through. Also, I'm glad that another reason that I like this book is I'm glad that Sodam Yat isn't dead, because I really like him as a Green Lantern. The stuff that happens with him, I don't know. I just I like the fact that they go to Daxam and this guy's like the racist alien gets punched in the face by Guy and Arisia. Just it's always fun to see racists get punched in the face. But anywho, if you are interested in Guy Gardner, or just starting to get interested in Green Lantern, I would say definitely give this a read. It is definitely a fun read. It doesn't really end, though. That's one complaint I kind of have. It doesn't really just end. The story, I guess it gets continued on probably in the War of the Green Lanterns, but I haven't read those yet. But anywho, Green Lantern Emerald Warriors is definitely worth a read if you are into Green Lantern at all. So I guess I'll have to give it a, where's the gun? I need my laser gun. Keep on losing it. There it is. So I'm giving Green Lantern Emerald Warriors an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, I'm LazyDude99, and if I don't like it, it's not worth it. See you around.
Be sure to check out more of my other videos on my channel, and wait for more coming soon.